education that teaches people how to code, how to build websites, and how to write apps. It's a growing trend that has some people, including those with no college education, rethinking their careers. Mary Snow's got the report.
Is that active state?
20-something Joe Fusco is a web developer at Food Concepts in Rochester, New York.
I will get a design and I'll have to code it. Work a lot with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and PHP. I do a lot of WordPress development.
He started here in March. Just a few months earlier, he was working 2 jobs as a security guard.
I wasn't passionate about security. It was mainly just a means to make a living.
I'll show you a simple example using plain JavaScript to load.
So Joe signed up for Treehouse, an online education site that teaches courses in web development, app design, and many computer languages for $25 a month. Within 2 months, he was applying for tech jobs. 1 month later, he was offered a job.
I did not think that I would find a job in 3 months. I knew that I wasn't where I needed to be, but you have to take a risk.
3 months is a quicker turnaround than normal, says Ryan Carson, CEO of Treehouse.
If you take someone that's never written any code or used technology in their job, it'll take around 6 months to 12 months. But the nice thing, that's working about 20, 30 minutes a day. Our belief is that we could take somebody and take them from 0 to job ready in about 6 months. So that's only $150 versus, $50,000 to $100,000 at college. So.
And there are many tech jobs to be had. Nationwide, there are 5 job openings for every unemployed computer worker. It's considerably more than other competitive fields like healthcare and science. And there are 50 times more job openings for an unemployed computer worker than an unemployed construction worker.
There is a huge need for people to learn how to code and make apps. Everything that we touch and everything we work with is becoming software-based or hardware-based.
The U.S. Department of Education predicts that by 2020, STEM jobs, that's jobs in science, technology, engineering, and math, will increase dramatically compared to other occupations.
I think that kind of demonstrates this ability for people that feel like they're part of the middle class and they can't find something that is well-paying and meaningful. It means that they can.
Not all STEM jobs are created equal. Treehouse aims to teach skills specifically for jobs around building websites and apps or to write code.
You can take somebody that has no experience, no degree. Initially, they get paid about $15 an hour for about 3 months as a trial, and then they graduate and get paid around 45 grand. But that's the beginning. Typically you earn 70 to 80 grand. Once you have 1-2 years of experience.
There's got to be some level of security.
Treehouse is one of dozens of online education companies teaching coding and web development. It believes that not every tech job requires extensive higher education, or in some cases, any higher education at all. It's the same for Joe Fusco. He had some college education in computer science, but didn't want to spend the money or time going back to school to finish his degree.
I did take a web design course, but it was subpar. Definitely didn't get you ready for the workforce.
But getting a tech job isn't as easy as Joe makes it look.
Yeah, with QuickCast.
Many large tech companies still require a college education and several years of experience before a candidate is even granted an interview.
I responded and didn't hear back.
This is a major challenge for job seekers like Austin Davis, who's been applying for software jobs after taking courses at Treehouse for 4 months.
Typically they ask for more experience than I've had or for a degree that I don't have, and so that's where I'm looking to see if I can cross that barrier by showing them that I have the skill and that I can perform the tasks that they're looking for.
But Fusco says even though he ran into a lot of roadblocks with larger companies that wanted an extensive resume, his current employer saw a website he built and decided that was enough to get him the job.
I think that's when you find companies that actually care more about what you're producing than your actual background. Because if you can do the job, then why not?
Mary Snow, Al Jazeera.
Treehouse has launched a campaign called Code Oregon in conjunction with the state. They're creating free 10,000 Treehouse accounts for unemployed residents to learn tech, and they hope to place many of them in jobs. Carson says he envisions this type of program throughout the country. Now, a new study from the Brookings Institution out this week shows that STEM jobs, science, technology, engineering, and math jobs, take the longest
Yeah,
to fill, primarily
there's
because
still your head
there
on
just aren't
TV.
enough skilled workers with the level of education and experience that companies demand. That you heard Austin talking
Very
about
nice, Joe.
in
It
that
was-
story.
it
Joining
came
me from
across